What up, bitches? It's the MisanthropikOne, aka He Who Hungers, the Seventh Sovereign, back up in this bitch for another rant/review. Today, I want to review this album right here, Kid Cudi's long-awaited album, follow-up to Man on the Moon. This is Man on the Moon 2. The Legend of Mr. Rager. Now, I've gotten a bunch of requests to review this album, and I was gonna do it anyway. I just have sort of been off my grind. Y'all know I'm very busy with shit, and I just figured, let me record this shit so y'all could hear my thoughts on this album. You already know who Kid Cudi is. Y'all know his style, of the harmonic rapping or sing rapping or whatever the fuck you want to call it. For the most part, this album has the same vibe as the first one. It has the same subtle vibe, and I like it. It's something different in the mainstream. Because the mainstream, Lord knows, the mainstream needs a breath of fresh air when it comes to hip hop. And you got your Kanye's and your Lupes and shit like that, but Kid Cudi actually adds to that, which I appreciate. So I give him props for that. Okay, let's talk about some of the people who are responsible for the production on the album. We got Emil Haney, or Emily Haney. I don't know how to say that name. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. Who else is on here? Plain Pat, Dr. Genius. Those three did most of the production on the album. Jim Johnson is on here. Chuck English. Who else? Hold on, I gotta change the page here. Sorry guys, I'm just too lazy to get up right now. Let's see. Anthony Killoffer. Who else produced on this bitch? Yeah, so all these guys are getting repeated again. Yeah, that's about it. Like I said, the production and the beats are very subtle. It's nothing really too boom bap-ish or too traditional hip hop on this album. But then again, that's Kid Cudi's style, he flows better and he sounds better over those type of, off the wall beats and left field beats. Before I get into some of the features on this album, y'all know that I love collecting shit. So I got the limited edition of the Kid Cudi album. So it comes with a CD and DVD. See, it's a fold out shit right here. With the liner notes comes a little book of lyrics. So that's what the deluxe shit comes with. I didn't watch the DVD yet, so I don't want to speak on that. But let's see who's featured on this shit. Alright, we got Cee-Lo Green. Love Cee-Lo. You got Mary J. Blige, Kanye West. You got Cage, Y'all know I love him, one of my favorite underground rappers. St. Vincent. You have GLC, Chip the Ripper, and Nicole Ray. Now I'm going to get into some of the standout tracks on the album. You know, some of my personal favorites, I should say. Track 3, Don't Play This Song, featuring Mary J. Blige. Mary J. comes through, does her thing, no complaints there. She comes through, laces that hook. What I like about the song is there's a lot of honesty in that song, especially in the first verse, where he's talking about treating normal girls like models, how he gotta get sloppy drunk to have a good time, and he ends that verse talking about how he once had suicidal thoughts, I guess. And I like that. Is the verse is very, or the song I should say, is very unconventional, you know, because there's not a lot of people that are open about that sort of thing, but I give him props for that. Track 5, Marijuana. That's what the track is called, so guess what he's talking about. Same thing with track 7, Ashton Kutcher, a play on the name of the actor Ashton Kutcher, which I think is pretty dope now that I'm thinking about it. Ashton Kush. He's ashing his Kush. Track 6 I liked a lot. Mojo So Dope, where he's talking about how he talks about how he lives, and how he lives is what he spits. You know, how he doesn't pretend to be hard, you know, and he's glad that he and his friends didn't fall victim to the streets, you know, crack dealing and other illegal activities. He's grateful for that. I like that track. Track 8, Erase Me, featuring Kanye West, is a rock influenced track. You could hear it. It's a heavy rock influenced track. Kanye comes through, spits a hot verse, and thank God Kanye is back to rapping. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I look forward to reviewing and listening to his album. What is it called? A Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy or whatever. Can't wait for that album. Track 9 is called Wildin' 'Cause I'm Young. It's very southern influenced, just based on the sample based chorus. You could tell it has that chop and screw feel, and turned out pretty good. Okay, now we got track 11, Maniac, featuring Cage and St. Vincent. The St. Vincent sample, or I should say what she performed, fucking made that track. Has a fucking very eerie feel to it. I liked it a lot. This is actually one of my favorite tracks on the album, even though it's like really short. I think it's like 2.5 minutes, this track. Kid Cudi lays down his verse, and then Cage lays down a great verse. In fact, Cage is one of my favorite underground rappers. For those who aren't subscribed to me, go check out some old shit by Cage, like Movies for the Blind and Hell's Winter and shit. I wish he could have dropped a verse like this on his latest album called Depart From Me. Those who are subscribed to me know how I feel about that album. I was very like wish-washy with that. I wasn't too crazy about it, but glad to see Cage dropped a crazy verse on Kid Cudi's album. And you can check out a live performance of this, of Kid Cudi, Cage, and St. Vincent on Jimmy Fallon. Go Google it and look it up. It was a decent performance. And what else do I want to talk about on here? Real quick. Okay, track 14, The End, featuring GLC, Chip the Ripper, and Nicole Ray. This track is the closest thing to traditional hip-hop on this album. The beat is fucking ill. It's the only thing really close to what you know, could gather everybody together as a whole. You know, so people that are into that boom bap-ish type of hip-hop that really aren't into Kid Cudi, they would get down with that type of track. That's what I'm trying to say. My rating of this album, I'm gonna give it a 7 to 7.5 out of 10. Album was okay, you know, like I said, it was a little bit like the debut. I enjoyed the debut a little bit more because Kid Cudi was fresh, you know, just busting out into the mainstream. This album follows the same feel. It's okay. Could have been better. Shit. Yeah, that's about it. Support good fucking music. Y'all know the deal by now. Leave your love. Leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe, bitches, alright? Peace.